Hi, thank you for joining us for a reading of my new play, The Emergency Goalie Rule. My name is Alexis Kozak. I'm a playwright, and I'll be reading the part of Mark. And with me is Mary Kelly, who will be reading the part of Shutter. Here we go. The Emergency Goalie Rule. Mark, that's me, late 40s to early 50s, wears jeans, a plaid button-down shirt, and work boots. He's working on the motor of a lawnmower, which is half taken apart and strewn on the ground. Shutter, Mary, in her 30s, enters. She wears a functional black pantsuit. These two-cycle things stink. You think I'd be able to get a decent lawnmower?
They're ready for you inside.
Do I look dumb? What I'm doing right now, do I look dumb?
Not if you can get it running.
I thought this was going to be a great first day activity. Now I think I might be in over my head.
What's wrong with it?
What the hell do you think is wrong with it? It won't start.
I can count on 3 fingers the things that will cause a lawnmower not to start.
Spark plug, air filter, and fuel not reaching the engine. Spark plug looks good. Air filter looks clean to me. And clean enough anyway. So it's got to be fuel not reaching the engine. So how do I do that?
Tap the side of the carburetor.
Carburetor.
Surely a man who knows his way around a lawnmower with the grace that you have so far demonstrated can certainly indicate the location of the carburetor.
This is it, right?
Ding, ding, ding. Now tap it. Like you mean it.
How do I know if it worked?
Well, you've got to put it back together again.
What's your name?
Agent Shutter.
Your first name?
Michelle. Misha, actually.
I should have known that. I'm sorry.
You might want to give a little bit more notice next time. They don't like you out here in the open like this, so close to the fence.
Tell your boss that he can breathe easy, okay? I'm just a person when it comes down to it, okay? Nobody wants to kill me just yet.
I'll let him know.
Never thought I'd be here. No VP ever does. Not really. At least that's what they tell me. The day the big guy asks you to be his running mate, it's like, damn, that's as far as your career goes.
As a career move, not too shabby.
Maybe from where you stand. I've been sitting around twiddling my thumbs for the last 4 years.
That's a long time to twiddle.
You're telling me.
You follow hockey?
That's the game on ice with the little round thing and the sticks.
Professional hockey has a substitute goalie rule. In case both of the goalies are on their rooster, in case both of the goalies on their rooster get hurt or suspended, they have some amateur guy who can step in.
You're kidding me, right? An amateur guy?
Like a guy who maybe played in college, not some guy off the street.
Does this guy get paid?
I think in like pizza and beer. Plus, he gets to keep the jersey with his name on it if he ever gets in.
This guy ever do anything great, or does he just take a beating?
Mostly takes a beating. Once in a while, he saves the game.
Does that happen a lot?
Hardly ever.
So, you're saying I'm the amateur guy, right?
I'm saying you're finally in the game. It's time to play. Now come inside. They're in the conference room.
I'm not going in there.
Seriously? After my speech, all those sports analogies?
Why didn't they send one of those sycophants out here? Why'd they send you?
You don't like politicians, or aides, or pages.
Sounds about right.
Nobody else will come out here. I said, I'll do it. Don't make me regret it. Just come inside already. They're waiting patiently. Please. You are in charge with writing out the last 60 days of what was a lame duck pregnancy. Do you really want to spend it like this? Cutting the White House grass.
What would your first act be?
Go take a nap in the Lincoln?
Your first day is the most powerful person on the planet and you would take a nap.
You know what they say about your first day at UPS, right?
Don't kill yourself, because at the end of the second day, they're going to want to know why you didn't deliver as many packages as you did on the first day.
Plus, it's a gorgeous room.
If I do this right, come tomorrow morning, every kid in this country is going to be out there in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt pushing the old 5-horsepower engine. Mothers and fathers across this great country of ours are going to salute me.
You want them to be like you.
Is that so bad?
I can't tell if you're for real or if this is some Clark Kent boy from Kansas thing is a performance.
Well, gee, Lois, that was my Christopher Reeve.
Don't quit your day job.
Oh, that bad.
Look, you only have 2 months. You don't have time to worry about the person you should be. There's no time for that. Be the person you need to be. It's a lot easier, and there's a lot less chance to fail. You're the one who said you're just a regular guy. Now, please go inside.
Married?
Yeah,
Kids?
a daughter.
That's good. Girls are easier. Isn't that what they say?
Until they're teenagers.
Who'd you vote for? The good guys or the evil empire?
I don't think you're allowed to ask me that question.
Not a socialist, are you?
You're trying to change the subject.
Communist?
Inside now.
I guess if you're willing to jump in front of a bullet for me, it doesn't really matter.
My husband likes you.
Oof, a two-party household. They told me there were a couple of those in America.
I swore to protect your life, not your politics.
Fair enough.
But the way I see it, that's a pretty big ask. Wouldn't you agree? My life for what? So I've got some expectations too, bucko.
I doubt the leader of the free world has ever been called bucko before.
Not to his face.
What are your expectations?
Just one, really. You've got to be somebody that I can point to and say to my daughter, this is a person you should be like. Period. Everything else is forgivable. Every bad decision, every mistake, every recession, every war.
You just told me to leave my ideals behind, didn't you? Did you just say that, or did I mishear you?
What I said was they will find somebody to cut the grass.
So tell me, how am I supposed to do that? No, you're so smart. How am I supposed to be that person?
Start with letting the person who's supposed to cut the grass cut the grass.
What is wrong with Americans cutting their own grass?
For crying out loud! There are bigger problems.
I don't think so. My administration, 60 days or no, starts with everyone cutting their own grass.
President Green Thumb.
Sure, why not?
Even the rich men?
Especially them. Especially them. I mean, bootstraps and all.
Get your hands dirty.
That's right, exactly, yes.
This is why Americans get mad when people like you become president.
You got immigrants coming here, literally naming their kids America.
20, 30 years ago, maybe. Not today.
Especially today.
Do you know why the poor get mad when you tax the rich? Did you ever think about that?
No, I never thought about that.
Because this is America. The rich are supposed to be different than the poor. That's the whole point. That's the dream this country is built on. That's why people get mad when the rich get challenged. Because people like being small. Because we've all been small. We start life small. We come out of our mothers small. We all know how to do it. Some people start small and they get big, but most people just stay small. You ask any kid, do you want to stay small? And they say, no, I want to grow up. So when you start saying that a big person should be small again, there is no logic in that. It doesn't make sense to people. It doesn't hold with what they believe. And you're never going to change people's beliefs, sir. When you come here to the shores of America, you give your kid a name that comes from the bottom of your heart or some story you heard when you were a kid or your grandparents' dreams, and you don't even have your own grass to cut. How do you get your own grass? You cut somebody else's grass. You keep cutting somebody else's grass until you can get some cash together, get your own place, get your own grass, cut your own grass, right? Only eventually you want to get somebody else to cut your own grass for you. That's the whole American dream, pretty much in a nutshell.
And you think you're the first person that ever thought of this?
Well, maybe I'm not the first.
Maybe they got kids with political science degrees, ex-CEOs and ex-presidents getting beaucoup bucks to sit around in think tanks kicking this very idea around. You come up with it like that? Such a complex idea. What was it? We come out small? So eloquent.
Point taken.
Are you sure? I'd hate for you to think I've misunderstood you again.
Sir, there is a room full of Chinese diplomats sitting around in there, chomping at the bit, waiting for you to reduce the 25% tariff.
Screw the Chinese diplomats. They can go pound sand as far as I'm concerned. I didn't tell them to come here. And screw the tariff too while you're at it. You think a president gets remembered for his name on a piece of paper? Some Chinese percentage points one way or the other? You see why I can't stand you people? You, all you people. Do this, do that. It's the way it's done. You're all part of the problem. Well, the way I see it, it's about time somebody in this goddamn country showed somebody the goddamn right thing to do. Jesus H. Christ. Have you no imagination? Have you no insight? What the hell do you think I'm doing this for? For my own health? Do I need to spell it out for you? It's to teach them. It's to teach the miserable souls in this godforsaken country. And for the next 60 days, maybe that's more important than trade agreements and the goddamn economy and a false friendship with a goddamn superpower that wants to do us harm. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that with every ounce of my being. And if people can't understand what my actions are saying, if I gotta say it with my words, then maybe we're in a worse shape than I thought we were. Then maybe I am just a goddamn emergency goalie. I'd like to think I'm more than that. I'd like to think that any American put in the same position would strive to be more than that.
What do you want me to tell them?
I don't give a goddamn what you tell them. It would sure go a long way if they threw on a pair of overalls and got their asses out here and lent a hand.
Yes. Yes, sir, Mr. President. I'll tell them.
Bucko. Mark attaches and secures the final piece of the lawnmower, pulls the cord, and the motor of the lawnmower sputters to life. Lights down. Thank you very much for joining Mary and me in sharing this play, and I hope maybe it'll generate some conversation, post some comments. We both really enjoyed doing this. Thank you very much for spending the time with us. We'll see you guys soon.